Poets Playground brought me out here a couple of times to perform. And I was gonna come out here and start a tour, but Nashville just grabbed me and won't let me go.
Where I feel that, man. Nashville is just home to just you get here and then you just try to, even if you figure out what you want to do, and that eventually it gets established and you end up doing what you want to do in Nashville. And it don't matter what it is, if it's music, poetry, contracting,
Mm-hmm.
engineering,
Mm-hmm.
even if you want to just, make some mixology with the drinks at the bars, like it keeps you here.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, so what got you into poetry, man? Like how'd you know how to start writing?
Man, I started writing when I was like 12, 13.
Mm-hmm.
Just started performing almost 2 years ago. And it's life reasons, life lessons, um, deaths,
Yeah.
just different things make me help me write to get it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Would you say your best bodies of work come from those dark moments, or even just
Oh,
those lightest
yeah.
lightest moments too? Like they come from the most emotionally impactful moments in your life.
Oh,
That's where your best poetry
yeah.
comes from.
Most definitely. My self-made quote is, "From my pain comes my joy. Without that pain, I wouldn't be able to write."
Amen. From my pain comes that joy. So what do you do now, man? I mean, poetry things, but do you do like slams? Like, are you out here? Going to
Um,
competition? You throwing
yeah,
some stuff? What we
I've been
got?
in a couple of slams. I actually won the spoken eight last year in January. So I'm
Nice.
definitely a slam champion,
Congratulations.
pat myself
Yeah,
on the back.
absolutely.
Um I do a lot of events here and in other states. So
Okay.
I try to hit as many stages as possible.
What have you done in other states?
Um the the poetry party in Baltimore, um Bus Boys and Poets, a couple of stages in Florida, North Carolina. Um Plan on going to California this year.
Ooh.
And my mission, everybody look at me like I'm crazy when I say it, but Maine and Alaska gotta go hit them.
Maine and Alaska.
Yeah, yeah, flat out.
Man, I don't even think I know anybody from Maine
Man,
and or
listen,
Alaska.
it's
What?
popping on the poetry scene, on the art scene, period, in places like that, but we just don't go to it. And Alaska is not what they make us think it is. Like
So what
we,
Alaska don't they trying to say Alaska just
yeah,
Alaska's
like it
where it's
ain't
at?
like it's nothing. But I mean, it's a couple of poets that I know from out there that say that they have a poetry scene out there and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
For
yeah, I'm
sure.
definitely gonna go out there.
Definitely. The only thing I know about Maine is that they got good lobster. Like they
Hmm.
got great seafood. So
Hmm.
I might be able to after the show, if after I see you perform, I'm gonna have to go ahead and grab me a little
Say
seafood boil.
say less.
Shout out to Juicy Special because I love juicy seafood. So yeah, that's amazing, man. I mean, that's amazing that the fact that poetry kind of takes you to travel because that's the thing. I feel like people don't really know that much about poetry. People don't really know that they write. Sure, people write poetry, but they don't really understand um the levels it can take you. Because a lot of
Hmm.
times people they want to pick up something, they want to play an instrument, they want to sing a song, do a dance, write a poem, but they never really understand how far poetry has like taken you physically and mentally for that matter. So I want you to tell us about a time where poetry has taken you or it's healed you mentally or it's allowed you to really like pour out your emotions and overcome some emotions you might have
Oh
had
man,
before.
that's a great question. So I'm an open book. So literally last year, I was uh I was gonna jump off a bridge, like really
Mm.
real live jump off the bridge. And if I ain't had my poetry community,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't still be here.
Where
So in a sense, a lot of us say whatever we do, rap, singing, dancing, it save our lives, and that's what it is because it's our therapy.
right.
You know what I mean? So without poetry, you wouldn't be talking to me right now.
For sure. And you said you have of some a few poets out in Alaska. Can you any poets
Oh man,
here, man? Anybody you want to give a shout out
she,
to?
she put me on the spot, right? I can't
Ah,
remember her name. Don't charge it to
no,
my
it's
heart,
all
charge
good.
it to my mind. But yeah, it was, if I'm not mistaken, it's like Davita, because she
Mm-hmm.
was here for the Galaxy anniversary
Mm-hmm.
in last year in November, because we do a big 4 hour anniversary every year, and she was one of the artists that performed on the showcase.
Mm-hmm. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Anybody else influences, man?
Man, it's a lot of artists. It's just the community. Period. Not I'm not saying this to be cocky, right? But I am my own. I am my first influence, because if I don't motivate myself, can't nobody motivate me. You
Amen.
know what I mean? But the brotherhood of poetry, like I said, Frizzy, Azar, AK Hall, aka Suge. It's a lot. I can go on and on. Like we would be here forever if I name everybody, but it's collectives of the Galaxy, Poets Playground, Ain't Right Tribe. It's a lot, and we all are family. And regardless if we have po boys and poets, gotta say them. They actually having a big show on tomorrow. Brandon Leak is gonna be in town, and Bria Mama and Spoken Words is performing with him. So
nice.
Everybody, if you ain't got your tickets, go out there, get your tickets, go out to support them because there won't be no community without support.
For sure. And I love the fact that you're big on community. That's something that's really important. And that's a lesson that I'm currently learning too, is just having that team, going back to your team, referring back to your team. Remember that you have a team, beside you that wants to continue, see you win. Like you said, as far as, your influences, artists, it's a universal thing, just being in the arts and expressing, like you said, your therapy, using your arts as your therapy. And I think that's something that's really important. So I kind of want to pick your brain a little bit, right off the spot. What would you say to like those artists out there who do write, or even those poets, the poetry, poets? What's the word? The poets, English. What would you?
Community.
Yeah, what would you say to the poets? Like, what's your process? And when you write, do you start from the beginning and you just go? Do you write out a few words and pick and choose what you want to use? Like, what's that process for you?
So I come across a lot of people that say they go through writer's block.
Writer's block. Okay.
I don't believe in it because if something's bothering me that's blocking my creativity, write about the block. Meaning write about what's ever bothering you. It don't have to make sense. It could be all over the place. Once you get it out, you'll be able to write the material that you're trying to write.
Right.
So don't let life and stop you from reaching your dreams and your goals because it's gonna always happen. It's gonna always be here. Everything that happens in life is gonna always be there. So if any of us that's in this room right now let life stop us, then we wouldn't be living our dreams.
So you saying use the writer's block to write your blocks, and that's
say I don't know. Since we was talking about jobs earlier, say somebody lost their job and they stressed because they don't know where the food gonna come from. Write about that.
Word.
Once you write about it, it's out on paper. It's not gonna no longer be bothering you, and then you might can think clearly of what your next move's gonna be.
Word. I mean, that's deep. That's very deep. Can we?
I appreciate that.
Man, write it out, man. Write it out. Especially just with your feelings. Like you just told me something, because sometimes I push too fast. Like I'll be so ready to get to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and I never really account on how I feel. And then I wonder why I'm kind of stuck, and it's just like, dang, like I didn't really like take the time to acknowledge how I was feeling in a certain situation, and I'd be just jumping it. So then I'm just like, oh, I eventually stop. Yeah, that's great advice, man. That's real deep. Is there any poems you want to spit for us right now, OG?
I mean,
I'm waiting.
Sure, I can get into something.
Oh,
just keep it clean.
Yeah,
I got you.
As we wait.
Some people tell you that you can't do it, but can't don't exist. Only in your mental, you gotta dismiss it. Pick up the pen and the pad and write it out. Sometimes it's okay to scream it out. Even when people is talking in your ear, let it go out one ear and out the other. See, this is how we get to the next level. Take your footsteps and move them in front of each other, because can't nobody stop you but you, because you was born with purpose. I mean, God made you into a person sitting right here, manifestation into energy, and energy be light. So just like you be light to other people, be light to yourself. When you look in the mirror, do you like yourself? Or do you tell yourself, I can't, I won't, I don't look good, I don't like the way my body is shaping? Well, maybe if you shape your body the way that you want it to look, it won't matter what the way that society sees you. Look in the mirror and see you. Sometimes you gotta be you and let the other personalities in your head live, because we all have multiple personalities when we mad, sad, glad, happy. Just walk in your purpose. And when you walk in your purpose, things will grow when you plant the seeds. I mean, be who you want to be, king or queen. You wanted a piece from me. Somebody said that this is freestyle country. I just did that off the top of my head. Poetry.
Ooh!
We battle radio.
Yeah.
Radio.
Yeah.
Radio.
Absolutely. King or queen, poetry. Me, it's a tree. Believe and achieve your goals on the road. That's the show.
Poetry battle.
Oh man, that was great, Bo. That was good. Well, go ahead and drop the socials, man. Give us the Instagram, the Facebook, the YouTube, the MySpace, the Kick, all that.
It's the poet that's spoken across the board. It might be all together or the dots, but you can find me on all platforms. The poet that's spoken on YouTube. Look up the Galaxy of Poets. Definitely, if I got time, gotta talk about that. The Galaxy of Poets is a nonprofit organization where we advocate for mental health awareness, and we do it through poetry. A lot of people say that we as men can't express ourselves, but in the artistry, in music, we express ourselves.
Right.
So definitely through poetry, we provide a safe space for Black men and Black women in particular, but for all people at the same time, because everybody deals with mental health. So like I said, without the Galaxy, I wouldn't even be here.
For sure. For sure. And definitely go ahead and remind people when's the next time we're going to see you out here and any new slams, any new performances, what you doing that's coming up real soon.
My next big show is the 6th of July at Allen Vibes. That's in Antioch. Man, I'll be performing for a whole hour. Also, that same, the 5th, 6th, and the 7th, I will be filming a short film, turning one of my poems into a short film.
You just said it like it was normal. You turning one of your poems into a short film.
Yeah.
What all is the film going to entail? See, now you got to dive into that because you mentioned that. What's the word?
So the poem is Mama. Mama is it's actually about my son talking from the grave to his mother and to I, basically saying that we led his footsteps into the grave because of our lifestyle, from being in the streets.
Right.
So,
oh man, that's all. And then what is all the short film like? Do you need a casting call? Like you gonna get some?
Actually gonna have a casting call.
Oh.
I'm looking for the ages from 13 and up to play my son at a young age, the current him and the future him, and then we're gonna have a church scene. It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna bring in that poem to life in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting, man. Well, Mama, soon to be announced, soon to be released. The short film based off a true story or based off a true poem, if you will, based off a real poem.
Definitely, majority of my stuff is from my life experience.
Where life experience. Oh, that's beautiful, man. That's real beautiful. Thank you so much for coming in. Poet, you already know. Y'all gotta go see him July 6th. He already gave y'all the info. If you missed it, then you just missed it. But I'm gonna go see him because I'm gonna go see that.
Absolutely. I
appreciate you too, man. We're gonna vibe out to some more music. We got some more interviews on the way. And some new music for y'all, just in case y'all know.
You ain't in my crew if you ain't trying to get rich. And I'm a down, that shit, love that shit. Yeah, I like smoking, I like getting fly. I like having sex, I like girls who ride. I like my cup full, I like turning up. I like brand new, so this is what I love. I like that money, baby. Money, baby, money, baby. It's money, baby. Money, baby, money, baby. Money, baby. Money, baby, money, baby. That is what I like, yeah.
Society DJ, we own your fucking radio.
DJ Trap.
Yes. Shit don't do. Let's go, promise, yeah. Let's go, promise. Let's go, promise, yeah. 100,000 to 100,000. 100,000 on 100,000. 200,000 by 100,000. $1 million have money shout. Let's go, promise, yeah. Let's go, promise, yeah. Let's go some commas. Let's go some commas, yeah. 40,000 to 100,000. 100,000 on 100,000. 100,000 by 100,000. $1 million out my shower. Got the lumber. I'm hot like a sauna, yeah. The burner is over. Can't play with that money, yeah. I'm fucking with shorty. I'm loving the way that she fucking me, yeah. Get no phone, yeah. We don't get no phone, yeah. Got my cup, yeah. I just bought my plug, yeah. Full of the mud, yeah. Full of them drugs, yeah. Feeling real right, yeah. I'm on the same thing as Mike, yeah. Ball of ice, yeah. Wanna beat that door like Ike, yeah. Let's go some commas, yeah. Let's go some commas. Let's go some commas, yeah. 100,000 to 100,000. 100,000 on 100,000. 200,000 by 100,000. $1 million out in the shower. Let's go some commas, yeah. Let's go some commas, yeah. 40,000 to 100,000. 100,000 on 100,000. 200,000 by 100,000. $1 million.
Get it, get back. I got 6 jobs. I don't get full-time ball to full-time ball.